guys, welcome back to PawesomeTV. Oh my dog, this video took longer than I expected, mainly because of like gluing time. But in one of my last videos, I've done a couple videos with like masks and like herons, and a lot of you guys were asking for a DIY mask. So today we're gonna mask your LPS up. Here's a quick tutorial on how to make these masks, and I will just say that these masks work better for some LPS and not others. You might have to be a little creative and play around and yeah, try to customize some. I didn't have time today, but I thought it would be a really cool idea if I made some like, I don't know, cartoon themed mask or something like that. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Alright guys, without further ado, let's dive right into the video. So you're going to need a piece of paper, and honestly printed paper is going to work, but I wanted mine to be a little more sturdy, so I used thick paper. And then you're going to cut a long strip. It honestly doesn't matter how long, we care more about the width. So the width is going to be about 1 inch wide. Okay, and honestly, this is the hardest part. You're going to want to fold it like this. I'm not sure how to explain it, but basically, you're going to take your piece of paper and fold it in a pattern just like this. So replay this if you need, but it's kind of hard to explain. Basically, I'm folding it back and forth to have like a stair-like kind of fold. And yeah, so just replay this and hopefully you can figure it out because it's really hard to explain. And then you're going to cut off any excess because we don't need such a long mask. Now take the long strip that you cut off and just make a small little fold. And you'll need 2 of these. So basically these open up like a little flap, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the mask and we're going to glue it in between the flap. And you're going to do that for both sides. Allow at least 30 minutes to dry. And then take a pair of scissors and cut off any of the excess on the ends for both sides. Now take 2 stretchy strings. It doesn't matter how long because we're going to test it out in a bit. So mine are about 7.5 centimeters long. Now take your LPS and we're going to measure the string. So take the string and put it on one side and wrap it around to the other. It's okay if it's a little long because we're going to glue some of it, so it's going to actually be shorter. Now this is the fun slash like messy part. So apply some glue and take your string and make sure you only do it one side at a time. So you're going to take your string and put it on one corner, and then take another piece of string and put it on the other corner and allow it to dry. This honestly took forever to dry, I think at least an hour, but once it's dry, this is what you'll have. And you want to do one side at a time because you want to measure just to make sure it's going to fit your LPS. So you can go ahead and put the mask on the LPS and then play around with the strings just to make sure like the measurement is going to be fine and that it's not way too big. So go ahead and take the strings and wrap it around. It's okay if it's going to be a little tighter because the string is stretchy, so don't worry about it. After you're done measuring, we're going to glue the other side. So you're going to have to flip the string over just like I did and glue it. I actually hold mine for a little bit just so it would stay in place, and then I soon realized that you don't need to hold it. You can just let it dry like this. And it must have been like another hour or so, but you have to let it fully dry, so make sure you touch it and make sure it's dried. And once it's fully dried, we're almost there. We're going to take the mask and we're just going to bend it a little bit to give it some shape. And that's it. What you're going to do is take a couple LPS and test it out. I like to put both of the rubber bands and like put it over the head to try to put it on. But some LPS don't really work with the mask because it falls, or it's, I don't know, it just doesn't work because the face shape or the head shape doesn't really work. But check out a couple LPS and test them out. This one, as you can see, I was kind of struggling, and you want to be gentle because otherwise your rubber band might fall out. But I think it's because my glue wasn't fully dried. I don't know, maybe use some stronger glue, but try it out on a couple LPS, and this one kind of worked out, but I find that my collie was a lot better. And yeah, just test it out. And guys, if you do make this DIY, show me, DM me on Instagram or email me. I want to see it. And as you can see, one of my rubber bands snapped, and so I ended up just cutting it off. You don't need both if you don't think you need it. Test it out with your LPS. For this one, I ended up cutting it off and it worked perfectly fine, so yeah, it just depends. And for this one, you can see the bottom one is way too long, don't even need the second rubber band, so the first one's perfectly fine. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Comment down below and let me know if you're going to make some masks for your LPS as well. And let me know in the comments below what your favorite LPS is. Stay awesome guys, love you guys so much, bye!